Hi, friends. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And we are so beyond excited because we are together. We are having our weekly get together with having an incredible and very special guest. And I cannot thank enough to Jennifer for opening her home, opening Celebrity Catwalk, and having me and our guests. So thank you so much for having us, Jen.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. It wouldn't be Tuesday if we weren't getting together. So I'm very excited for another Paws in the City Petpix tea party, if you will, or whatever you wanna call it, meet up to unpack what the latest is going on in the world of fashion and runway and pet couture and all things pet couture. So this is wonderful.
Yay, yay, yay. So are you excited about our special guest today?
I am very excited. I am very excited. I'm very excited for several reasons. I think, as I've mentioned and as I've posted, Paws in the City is an embodiment of many, many different things. Sure, it's about rescue, and sure, it's about pet couture, but it's really also about family, it's about legacy, it's about family ties. And I think for the first time, I'll have some of our OGs correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time this November show will be the first time that we have a mother and daughter respectively, with their own lines, with their own situations, but within the same family, we have a mother and daughter designers hitting the catwalk. And that is really, really exciting. I think this is the first time since 2013 that this is happening. So as we've had Mary Aamodt on the show, and she's been wonderful with her incredible converted harness / designs. As we know, that I call them convertible because we know they have dual and multiple usages, but very excited to have Gina, her daughter, who comes to the table with her own fantastic new fabrications. Look at these incredible, you want to talk about unique and different and just things that you just do not see. I mean, this one with the dogs is just incredible, but Gina has really stepped up and stepped out with one of a kind fabrications and beautiful, beautiful denim designs. So very, very excited to have Gina as our guest.
I know. I'm very excited as well. So let's welcome Gina. Okay, so here is Gina. Welcome.
Yay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Gina.
Wow. And so we are really excited about you being here. And, I'm really it's so incredible, your style of designs. It's really very innovative. It's very personal. It's very different. And I just love your style. I'm your new fan.
Awesome. Yeah, I like things that are bold and bright.
We can see that in a very respectful and awesome way. And I really hope your mom is watching, and she can see us and be a part of it. And I'm just curious, we had the opportunity to interview your mom on the show, but, when did you start your journey?
Oh, gosh, with art in general and sewing, it's been years. But honestly, with the dog stuff, it was more about just, we both sew, but we have different taste in fabrics, and I'm very much into the fabric world of collecting and making custom fabrics. So I kind of wanted to play around with the fabrics that I had. Although I slip her some prints here and there that she can use for her dresses as well. But I just kind of wanted to play around with something on my own. And after getting a couple of them out there, they were popular pretty quick.
Well, and I'm sure that you enjoying your new journey and kind of, transitioning to the pet world and just seeing that pet world, it's a lot of fun, especially, some people have small doggies, big doggies, and it's just really cool.
Oh yeah. She's got small doggies. I have big dogs. So we have a little bit of everything here at home too.
Oh, wow. And I'm just curious also to know, are you excited about being part of a Celebrity Catwalk?
I am. That is a big honor to get to participate with something like that so early on. It's not like I've been doing this for a really long time. I've only probably been doing it about a year. So it's pretty cool to get to be part of something like that already.
Wow. That's really incredible. Wow, this is really incredible that for 1 year you have been able, to really build this business and to help so many, fur parents. And now to see, I can't wait to see your designs on the runway, but I'm sure that Jennifer has got a lot of questions.
Yes. First, hello, everyone who's watching. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Jamie, hit that share button for us as you come on in. Sharing is free. Thank you for joining us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you all very much for watching. Gina, we're very excited. I would, for those that may not be familiar with your incredible work, can we start with the fabrics and the custom, because you really create, correct me if I'm wrong, you create the fabrics that you use.
I create some of them. Some of them, there's a big world of fabric out there, and I'm my husband calls it the dark world of fabric, but I'm extremely involved in it. So I do a lot of buying, selling, trading, and then I have actually started getting into making some of the custom prints myself. And I actually have some items that are even sold on some fabric websites at this point.
Wow, this is
that's incredible. So you're making textiles and making fabrics that are then sold else to people. So I could buy your fabric if I wanted to.
Yep. There's some prints I've done, and I've actually even been getting into extra things. Crafts is big around here, so I'm even making custom zipper pulls and things like that that people can use to make on their bags or to add to a dog outfit, whatever they want to use for it. So yeah, I like to hit it from all angles.
Wow. So I guess, was sewing always a family affair? I guess it may be a dumb question, but I'm going to assume that did you learn sewing from your mom?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Although she's been sewing in my whole life, her little girl, her dog, is getting better dresses than I got as a little girl. So she's definitely up her sewing game.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I love it.
Oh,
That's funny.
Me and Daisy have a running jealousy, so.
I understand. Isn't that always how it goes? The younger siblings always get the better stuff.
And she's a spoiled little girl, so we fight a lot.
I love it. That is very funny. So you learned how to sew at an early age, obviously. You've been sewing for a while. And then when did you start with the custom fabrics?
I've been doing the custom fabrics for probably about 3 years now.
Wow.
Behind you, this is just a small part. Everything in here is filled with custom fabrics. I have hundreds and hundreds, and hopefully my husband won't watch this, but probably thousands of yards of fabric in here.
Wow.
I love it.
This is where mom can come and do some fabric shopping if she needs something a little bit different and unique to throw a dress together.
Wow. But I do have a question. And is your, do you have also clients for your fabric from different countries?
Actually, yeah, I have sent some fabrics out to Australia and in Canada.
Woohoo!
That's
amazing. I love it.
And I've just gotten my zipper pulls featured on a fabric shop on their custom hardware website, and they sell worldwide. So I'm hoping that my custom zipper pulls will be a little bit of everywhere.
Wow. This is incredible. I don't know about you, Jen, but I am
yes, that's amazing.
Gina, it's open, at least for me, then you'll be here, a completely new world about, you're bringing it to the next level. And again, I love all of our designers. Thank you, friends. I think that each of us and each of you, we have different shapes and forms and express our art in a different way. But I'm always fascinated by innovative ways of approaching things, and how cool it is that you said, oh, create fabric.
Right.
I will
Well,
try
my
it.
mom, growing up, my mom taught us to be very crafty and all about DIY. So you go out there and try to find something, and if you can't, you find a way to make it happen one way or another.
Wow. So we love your mom. Good job to your
Amazing.
mom.
Yeah, she's watching. Daisy's Dress Design is watching. Hit that share button, folks, as you come on in. I love it. She said, yep, yep, yep. I love it. So the custom fabrics, I could really use the custom fabrics for anything, correct? Like it doesn't have to be, it could be whatever use
I don't just make the custom fabrics. I use other people's artwork as well and trade back and forth so that I'll feature their stuff and they'll feature my stuff, so that, you know, because I make the denims, but I also make, you know, bags and things as well. And so I'll use their custom prints, and then they'll use something that I did and sell it on their page, so that we kind of help advertise for each other.
This is great.
The fabric community is a very close-knit community, so it's a pretty cool system.
Wow. And what I just want to emphasize the fact that all of you're working together as a team, because a lot of times people are thinking only, oh, you're going to get my client. Oh, you're going to get my client. Well, the truth is that if all of us, we're good in what we do, there's so many clients. And I think that we can elevate ourselves and elevate the community. That's what we do actually in my photography community. And then, you know, it's like we go to the same trainings or similar training, we teach each other so we can raise the bars really high. Exactly. And now seeing that that's what happens in your world, in the fabric world, I just think it's a very interesting angle. I don't know what you think, Jen, but it's interesting angle now.
Absolutely.
Jump into
it doesn't mean that
fabric.
you can't stand apart and be unique still, because I mean, you've got me and my mom both doing things for dogs, but both of our items are very different and unique in their own way. So we're not competing with each other, you know, because our things are different.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's what's so important. And that to me is, as you know, as you ladies know, that's what the premise of Paws in the City is really based on. You know, it's based on the fact that everyone is coming together and showing their own talents while helping an overall cause and helping raise awareness and raise the bar. So absolutely, I think that when it's a communal effort, it really, you know, there's that saying about, like, if you want to go far, like you go alone, but if you want to do something else, you go with a group. Like you going with a group is really the way to go. So I think that we can
work together and still not step on each other's toes. We can have something separate and together at the same time.
Absolutely.
Great way.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So very, very cool. So you've only been doing the denim jackets, Gina, for about a year. Is that what you? And what made you? Was there a light bulb or something go off and you decided that was what you wanted to do?
It was partially because of my mom watching what she was doing. I liked it, but of course I don't want to step on her toes and she's got her own unique thing. And I mean, I could try and go make dresses as well. And I think that's the plan down the road, is for me eventually to take on Daisy Dress Designs. But for now, I'm going to just try and do my own thing. So it meant I needed to find something still for dogs, but different, so that it would still be, you know, something that we could both sell and not kind of take away from each other. So the denims are definitely more my style. It's an easy way for me to put my custom stuff out there, and also a way for me to put my twist of over the top, kind of tacky and gaudy and flashy, and you know, you can do a lot with a denim jacket. As a kid, I always loved like the big Lisa Frank, you know, tacky, crazy, flashy kind of denim jackets. So the fact I'm doing them for dogs now is not a surprise.
Oh my God.
There you go. Absolutely. Yes.
If I was about 15 years younger, I'd be wearing these, but I don't know if I could get away with it now.
You can. Oh my gosh. I personally think, especially as being the foreigner here on the panel today, embrace yourself. We live in the country where age doesn't matter. Who cares?
Right.
You know what? It's so funny. When I don't have sessions to photograph, I'm sometimes with like my sport shoes and jeans, and people look at me, especially my sister look at me. She says, really, you're 39 years old. Look at the way you look. I'm like,
Wait, you're 39? I'm older than you?
Yes, they are just number. Don't forget,
There
they're
you
just
go.
numbers.
There you go.
But embrace it. It's
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely. I'll be rocking the pink hair probably into my older years.
There you go. There you go. Yes, yes. Everyone is watching. Yes, Dee Dee says there's more than enough to go around for everyone. Absolutely, absolutely. Welcome, Vicky. We have other designers watching. Yes, I love that. So you really decided to do the denim jackets and kind of carve out this niche, and because your fabrications are so unique, I'm sure I'm sure you get that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Your fabrics are just so different and
Oh,
so
yeah.
amazing.
We've got a couple here. In fact,
Oh yes, share. We love
this
that.
will be heading your direction. This is our Prince
Ah,
print.
I love it. I
red
love
Corvette.
Get it. We love that. Yes, we've got some Paws in the City folks watching. We're getting a little sneak peek from the runway. That is very cool.
Couple little things here and there, and then we've got some more traditional kind of band type stuff, because we got to be manly, because we got to represent some stuff here for the boys.
There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, definitely like the crazier prints for sure. Nothing mild in here.
Right. Right.
Oh,
right.
This is incredible. And I do have a question. I know that it's a process, but approximately how long does it take you to come up with a design? And even some people, I just want to emphasize here, and I'm sure, Gina, you're going to second. Some people, they just think, oh, how long it takes is just physically when you start sewing it. But a lot of times we work with our mind on creating the designs in our head.
Yeah, these denims that I've been working on for Jennifer have been going on for several days because I do them in sections. Just because I probably kind of go over the top sometimes, but I like to look at it and see what else it needs, what else I can add to it, what crazy thing. I'm trying to save some of the more over the top stuff for the November show, but yes, there will definitely
be yay. We love it. We love it. People are coming on in. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Fern. Hey, Lynn. Hit that share button as you all come on in. Oh, you're getting compliments, Gina. Love your pink hair. People are complimenting you on the pink hair. Love it.
Remember about me.
Love it. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. When Gina, do you feel like you're done? Like, because you said you kind of like the over the top. Is there a point when you're like, enough?
Yeah, I usually try to stop myself before I go too far, because I'm sure I could have a denim with no denim showing whatsoever. Between sewing some extra rhinestones and maybe it needs a new bow and it needs some rivets, and I do all that stuff by hand as well. I hand place all the rivets so that it goes exactly where I want it. So either when I'm hurting and done for, I call it quits, or when I've run out of space. It depends on my mood.
Wow. Do you even sleep?
I actually haven't the last couple nights because I wanted to be able to have these ones done so that I can send them to Jennifer tomorrow. So.
Jen.
Yeah.
Get
so
ready.
Got some fun stuff coming your way.
Wow. Very exciting. Look at that. Look at that. I will give you my address here in New York because I'm here in New York right now, but that's another story for another day. But yes. Very, very, very cool. So can you tell us a little bit, because you also you just don't do doggy couture, you do bags. Are you doing human clothes as well?
I've done a little bit, but honestly, when it comes to some of the custom fabrics, the ones that I make, I can usually get pretty inexpensive because I get them made overseas. But ones that other designers make, some prints can get pretty pricey. Some designers even have hard to find rare prints. And when those get expensive, it's hard to turn a profit when you're spending a couple $100 just on the fabric for the sweatshirt. So. Dog clothing makes it so that I can make the most out of my expensive fabrics because I don't need a lot of it.
Right. What makes the fabric? Because to a lay person like me, it's like, fabric expensive. Why? You just slap it on some cotton. What makes the...
Okay, so this designer in particular on the Prince one, this print here, for about a piece of paper about the size of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper of this print would sell for probably about $80 to $90. We're not even talking yardage. If you were to actually have a whole yard of this print, it would probably be a few $100s. And it's because some of these designers, and I've not caught on with that part of it yet, they will only release a certain amount of the print, meaning that now somebody wants it and it gets sold on a website, and since nobody can find it, then they'll pay a couple $100s for it. My prints have not been expensive like that, but that's because if somebody wants it, I've just printed more. I haven't done the whole, supply and demand kind of thing so far, because I don't want people to end up paying too much for my print. If you like it, then let me send you the file, and either I can have it printed for you or you can have it printed on your own. So I'm not stingy with my stuff, so my stuff doesn't wind up being crazy expensive, but I like it that way.
Of course.
Wow. Okay. So what raises the price is the availability of
Absolutely.
it.
So some of my fabrics that I use are super amazing, but they're also super rare, which means you won't see me using more than like a small piece of it, because, that piece of fabric on there, that's probably worth 20, 30 bucks all by itself.
Wow.
But it's a way to introduce some of these prints out to everybody, because a lot of people don't know about them, and they're too good to not be enjoyed. I mean, Prince riding around in his little red Corvette with purple rain behind him, that should be seen.
For sure. And do you know what it reminds me? Sometimes I actually do the same for my photography backdrops. I would custom design them and print them.
Right.
And so I can, I can completely relate to it. And I just want to tell people, we as creators, we can actually do it, but it takes so much energy to really to create this, like, in your case, if you create a fabric, I mean, that's a lot of effort. And for me also, I mean, you have to think of it. I mean, probably, especially if you're printing, and that's my guess. Again, I'm not the professional, but probably with the paint, they are producing this fabric. If you have to, for some reason, wash it, it's, I don't know, if mix and match. And again, I guess when it gets dirty, you have to maybe manual, by hand wash it. I don't know, but
you can get these things printed overseas. There's huge manufacturers, and I can get some of the prints that I've done printed in any base. It can be woven for a quilt. It can be stretch fabric to make a shirt, athletic or swim, and then they're washable fabrics just like everything else.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
We need, do you know what we need for the magazine? Also another article, the art of the fabrics. I'm serious.
Yes. Because this is a whole different world. I think that normally I would assume, not knowing any better, I would assume that something is pricey, not always by the fabric, but by the amount of time, like I would assume that something hand beaded or something heavily embellished would be very pricey. I don't think we're realizing that it's a fabric thing too. Oh yeah, Janelle Fanari is saying exclusive designer fabric takes 4 to 6 months to make. It means no one has your print. So there you go. So there is a whole world. Yeah, I would never think of the fabric and the prints as being because I don't know any better, being what the money is. I would assume that something, with a lot of bedazzlement or a lot of glitter or a lot of crystals or a lot of,
and that's where the items come in as being pricier, because of the hand made aspect and the time of hand placing things and sewing and putting it together. But as far as the actual prints go, it's just about the availability of them and how much you had printed of it and how long you waited. And some people will pay more if they want it now, because waiting 4 to 6 months for a custom print can be a lot. So somebody will just go ahead and pay a lot for it now rather than wait.
Janelle is saying, as a designer, it's hard to explain, but fabrics that are recycled and sustainable take even longer. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, thank you to both of you for
that's very interesting. I had no idea, but I would assume I wouldn't even think of the specialty of the fabric. I would just,
that's the world way beyond just going to Joanna Fabrics. You can, that's what most people do.
Right. I go into Joanne Fabrics and the bridal stuff, I'm like, $22 a yard. Are you kidding me? And I'm like, what is this? And I assume that, you know, that's because it's heavily beaded or heavily sequined or heavily, you know, embellished in some way.
Right.
I'm not even looking at a interesting print like, oh, the print on this is so fantastic. So yeah, that's a whole,
It is.
very
But it
interesting.
really elevates the whole industry, because it means that with my denims and with my mom's dresses, we get to put items out there that, you know, I can't find that fabric at Joanna Fabrics. You're right, it doesn't exist there. So it makes them a little bit more unique and makes them stand out.
A lot unique. Don't sell yourself short, hey. Not in our show here. No. You know, it's. I think it's. I really am. I cannot personally thank you. I'm sure Jennifer felt the same way. For, you know, to you and and Janelle as well for educating us and the community.
Good
And
stuff.
we appreciate this even more.
Yeah, it makes me appreciate it so much more. And now I may have to hold your designs hostage. I don't know if they're going to get given out, because I don't think people realize the
I'll put a special mark on the ones that are with the crazy fabric.
Exactly, the greatness that you are getting, people. Like, wow, really very interesting. The whole, like you said, Bossy, there is a whole world of specialty fabric. Yes, Janelle's saying so much hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. Yes, I'm sure you all can relate. There's a whole world of special fabrics and fabrications. You're right. That's way beyond, for us lay people, that's way beyond the Joanne Fabrics of the world.
And it's just my personality type. I overcomplicate everything. There's, I'm sure, an easy way to just go do it, but why do that when I could just do it by hand in every little part and make it last 10 times longer and 10 times harder? That seems like a better idea.
Or the simple explanation is because you're an artist.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
You know, it's all of us. We are now, again, in our own ways and crafts. It's like, let's say, you know, Jennifer always come up with every show being so unique and different, the different stage and etc. You know, you come up with the different unique ways of, you know, showing your art. And me, I just take pictures in a different way or do artistic art. And I'm sure people who do
cooking, that's an art as well. My son does photography, or is at least trying to, and it's definitely an art. So
it is an art, but you know, when you love it, it's you just, and again, doesn't matter what art it is. As long as you love it, you're passionate. And you know, some of you friends, I mean, it's also art, even the way you get everything in order until the next Paws in the city, November, and stay organized. Everything, it's an art to it. But as long as you continue really enjoying it, and don't get stressed out, and just say yeah. And just,
but people have to realize every art has a difficulty. Just yesterday, my father-in-law has been a photographer for years, and so, you know, I've tried to learn a little bit off of him, and my son is as well. But my zipper pulls that I've been making, and they were going to be featured on a website, but they're very miniature, tiny zipper pulls, and so I was trying to figure out how to professionally photograph them. It took me a couple hours. It was a bit of a pain in the butt. So it's definitely an art.
Yep, it
Interesting. Is. Janelle brings up a good point. Gina, are you having problems getting things the way many people are having problems getting deliveries and supplies? Has the problems in the supply chain affected your business?
I wish that they would affect me more, so maybe I'd buy a little less, but no, they have not affected me. There are packages coming and going from here on a daily basis.
Okay, so you're still okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, and I will compare with my photography companies. When I buy my pictures, I work with one of the biggest companies in the industry. One of them, which is the biggest one, they are always on spot. Everything, it's always like it used to be. The rest of them are some of them are struggling. They send you the picture, even really takes them a longer time to even reply.
In the fabric world, I think it's almost opposite. Your big companies like Joanna Fabrics and Hobby Lobby, they're having some issues with shipments coming, but these small individual designers, that's their livelihood. So they make getting the product to you their number one priority.
Oh, wow, interesting. Yeah.
That's good to hear.
That's good.
If I don't get my shipment, I might not buy anymore. So they make sure I get my shipment. So I keep buying.
Okay.
Makes sense. It makes sense. And I know that for the European people, it's getting really like difficult. And then obviously, Jennifer,
it's getting expensive. Sending
Yes.
packages that way, I've had to send a couple things and it's just so expensive. It's not fair.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well,
That's what I hear. I hear that a lot from designers, that it's getting difficult. The economy is, we all, we're taking a beating across the board. So yeah,
Absolutely. Just everything being so much more in cost.
well, we'll make the
absolutely.
best of it. You know, as
Absolutely.
hard as it is, we will just make the best of it. And you know what? For our fur babies, a little sweat on each corner, I guess it's worth it.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, in helping the other fur babies in need, because if you think of it, and I want to emphasize that, oh, like you're so generous. I mean, imagine you're not sleeping and the rest of the designers, and then, like you always, a lot of you, like you donate your time and do so many goodness, and that helps the fur babies. How
Right.
amazing is that?
Well, the way I look at it is, especially with the show in November, I'm, you can blame my mom for this. I'm not a super charitable person unless it has to do with kids and animals. So the idea of bidding to help with a charity is pretty awesome. But in return, you guys are helping expose and get my denim seen by more people. So that will help me as well.
Yes, yes, we love that. We love that. Absolutely. And if you want to take a sneak peek at Gina's merchant, I really got a good idea, and I know Vasi showed some. It's Lucy and Ethels, correct? Lucy
Correct.
and Ethels.
Show it. Yes, I'm going
Yes,
to show
yes,
it right
yes. I
now.
know
I'm a
you've got it
huge I Love
queued
Lucy
up,
fan.
Vasi. You have got it. You have got it already. Really one of a kind denim designs, folks, that you will not see yourself coming and going, look at that Betty White number. That is a fabulous one.
Give me a
And
second.
you got some really great, yes, yes, yes. I love those dogs.
And there will be more coming to the page. I was posting on Daisy dress designs in the beginning, but decided to go ahead and kind of have my own brand a little bit as well. Although it is featuring Daisy dress designs because, she's part of how it all started.
Yes.
So the page will be up and growing with more and more pictures and things to come.
Amazing. This is so great. Wow, this is
Lucy
fantastic.
and Ethel's Unique Boutique. There you go, folks. Yes,
Beautiful.
yes, yes. You can check it out. Of course, you will see Daisy's dress designs and Lucy and Ethel's on the November Paws in the City runway. Absolutely, absolutely. And you can of course find both of these design lines on Facebook as well. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, and I'm very excited. And is there anything else you, Jennifer, or you, Gina, would like to tell people?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm very happy. I'm very grateful to Gina. I'm very grateful to her mom, Mary, like to all of our participating designers, to all of our participating designers. You all put a lot into it. I always say that my part is the easiest, but without the designers, I would just be doing a lot of bad karaoke and telling jokes. And, I haven't come up with I always say I need to come up with a tight 10-minute set of jokes and comedy to fill the space. But yeah, it's the designers. The designers are the brick and mortar of Paws in the City. And so this is absolutely wonderful, and very excited to have such unique and different denim designs and fabrications hitting the catwalk. I'm excited.
I appreciate you guys inviting me to be part of it. I appreciate you guys putting me up on here today, and look forward to some crazy, outlandish, over the top denims in November.
Oh, you heard it here first. Love it.
And I want to thank to each of you friends for being with us. We are really excited. Today was a wonderful, series. And I know that all of us now, we can respect and really appreciate more the designs, the fabrics, and much more. And I'm excited and looking forward to seeing Gina again. So welcome to our community. And also, yeah, we are going to see a lot of things. And also, I'm excited to remind you, friends, that we are going to have this week on Thursday another live. So just stay tuned, friends. We are here. We appreciate, we love Celebrity Catwalk, and I will see you soon. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. See you on the
Thank you.
catwalk.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.